the VooPoo Vinci Air. Let's have a quick look. Hey guys, Ben Vick here, back with another quick look video. Today we're having a quick look at this. This is the VooPoo Vinci Air. This is a follow-up to the very popular VooPoo Vinci. This is a smaller, more lightweight, built-in battery device. Very light, very tiny. Very tiny indeed compared to the original, which is quite a little bit of a brick. Although very great. It's a great thing. The VooPoo Vinci was very good. This is the follow-up. It is a built-in battery. It is much smaller, much more lightweight. We'll go through some of the specs straight off the bat. 4ml capacity unless you're in the TPD, and then it is 2ml capacity, of course. You've got the tank looks like this, and the tank remains a permanent fixture on the device. You pull out your coils from the bottom and you replace just the coil on this system. Speaking of the coils, they do take the PCP coils, so there is a range of coils that they do take from VooPoo. The two coils that are specifically designed for the Vinci Air are the 0.6 25 watt coil head, which is a mesh coil head, which is what I'm using right now, and they do have a 1 ohm as well, which is about a 15 watt coil, and that is your traditional, much tighter, much smaller round wire coil. So there's the two coils available. It also has, just like its big brother, it also has adjustable airflow, but only in 2 settings. So right now I've got it in the larger setting, like that. But what you do is, if you want that tighter, you spin it around and you put it in the other option, which is a tighter one, a lot tighter. Now, it's not old school traditional mouth to lung, but it is very tight. It is a properly mouth to lung vape like this. And of course, that air setting is more suitable for the other coil that comes in the pack, the 1 ohm coil. So you've got those 2 airflow options. You've also got micro USB 1 amp charging on here. Speaking of that, it's a 900 mAh battery on here as well. 900 mAh and 30 watts max. I don't know how they have got 900 mAh in this tiny little thing. I really don't. I was expecting 700. It might really be 700, but they're saying on the specs 900 mAh, and battery life has been pretty good for me. You've also got a lovely little screen. It doesn't really do a lot. It's a 30 watt max. You've got your up and down buttons on the side here. I really like how they've done that. It's a little screen down there, ohms, battery life, puff count and wattage, and you can't really do too much with it. There's no other like settings or anything like that. You can lock it. You can reset your puff count by pressing fire and down, and you can lock the device by pressing fire and up. When it is locked, you can't fire it or change the wattage, which again I always think is silly. If you want to do that, you might as well just 5 clicks off, 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. You might as well just do that if you can't even fire it when locked. So there's that option as well. It's a nice little screen. It's a nice sharp little screen. Hopefully you'll see it on some of the pictures and the up closey bit, but it's a nice sharp screen, 30 watt maximum. There we go. It's an interesting device, an interesting little take, I guess. The Vinci has been such a success. Maybe people wanted an even more pocket-friendly version of it, an even smaller version, and that is certainly what this is. A range of colours available, of course. It is really well made. It is, as always, from VooPoo, really well put together, really rock solid, and it's very affordable as well. Looks to be about £35 for the full kit. At the moment, prices do change, do shop around and all that, but it seems to be around that ballpark. So a nice price for a nice device, very well made, very well put together, and a range of colours available. How is it vaping overall? Pretty good. As you can see, it's plenty cloudy at 25 watts, and it's plenty airy as well. I'm sure you can hear and see that. So for the out and about direct to lung, it has got that covered, which is pretty good. The vape is good. The vape is good. It's not stellar. It's not stellar. In pod world, it's a good pod vape, really. You know, it's good, but it's not outstanding, as they all tend to be in this bracket. It's a nice vape. No complaints about the vape, really. Happy as you like. So really well put together, really clever. If you're a fan of the Vinci line, the Vinci range, and you've got one and you want an even smaller one for your pocket, out and about, etc., maybe in the car, then check this out. Smaller version of the VooPoo Vinci, the Vinci Air. I think it's pretty good. It's got that gene chip inside, and it seems to be no issues with that. I think it's pretty good, pretty nice vape, pretty well put together, pretty doody. They've kept all the features of the original one, which is always a nice thing, even though it's smaller. You only need to swap the coils, not the whole pod. That's a good thing as well. So I think it's pretty good. Overall, it's pretty good. Not a bad vape, a pretty good device. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.